In the ancient city of Athens, there lived a young man named Leonidas. He was known throughout the city for his unwavering composure and his ability to face life's challenges with grace and resilience. But Leonidas wasn't always like this. His journey to inner tranquility was a tumultuous one, filled with trials that tested his resolve and character. Leonidas grew up in a modest household, his father a respected philosopher who followed the teachings of Stoicism. From a young age, his father imparted upon him the wisdom of the Stoic principles, the importance of virtue, the acceptance of what is beyond our control, and the cultivation of inner peace amidst external chaos. As Leonidas grew older, life threw its inevitable curveballs at him. His family faced financial difficulties, his dreams were dashed, and he experienced heartbreak and loss. In the face of these challenges, he could have easily succumbed to despair and bitterness, but instead, he turned to the teachings of Stoicism for guidance. He remembered the words of Epictetus, who said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." With this in mind, Leonidas learned to reframe his perspective. He realized that while he couldn't control the events that unfolded in his life, he had full control over his reactions to them. When financial troubles threatened to overwhelm him, Leonidas focused on what he could do rather than what he couldn't. He tightened his belt, worked harder, and found contentment in the simple pleasures of life. When his dreams seemed out of reach, he reminded himself of the Stoic concept of the reserve clause, acknowledging that his goals were aspirations, not guarantees, and that he could find fulfillment in the pursuit itself. But perhaps the greatest test of Leonidas's stoicism came when tragedy struck his family. He lost his beloved sister in a sudden accident, leaving him grief-stricken and broken-hearted. In the depths of his sorrow, he turned to the Stoic principle of amor fati, the love of fate. He accepted his sister's death not as a senseless tragedy, but as a natural part of the ebb and flow of life. He cherished the memories they shared and found solace in the knowledge that her spirit lived on in him. Through it all, Leonidas remained steadfast in his commitment to Stoicism. He understood that external circumstances were fleeting and ephemeral, but the strength of his character and the integrity of his soul were enduring. Like a sturdy ship navigating stormy seas, he weathered life's storms with courage and resilience, anchored by the timeless wisdom of the Stoic philosophers. In the end, Leonidas emerged not unscathed, but stronger and more resilient than ever before. He had learned that true happiness doesn't come from the absence of adversity, but from the inner peace that comes from living in accordance with virtue and reason. And so, armed with the principles of Stoicism, he walked through life's ever-changing landscape with a steady stride, knowing that nothing could shake the foundations of his inner tranquility. In the bustling streets of ancient Rome, there lived a young slave named Marcus. Born into servitude, Marcus toiled day in and day out under the watchful eye of his master, enduring the harsh realities of his existence with quiet resignation. Despite his circumstances, Marcus possessed a keen intellect and a thirst for knowledge that burned bright within him. One day, fate intervened in the form of a chance encounter with the renowned Stoic philosopher, Epictetus. As Marcus went about his duties in the marketplace, he overheard snippets of a conversation between Epictetus and his students, discussing the nature of freedom and the power of the mind to transcend adversity. Intrigued, Marcus approached the philosopher, eager to learn more. Epictetus welcomed Marcus with open arms, recognizing in him a kindred spirit yearning for enlightenment. Over the course of many days and nights, Marcus sat at the feet of Epictetus, soaking in the wisdom of his teachings like a sponge. He learned of the Stoic principles of virtue, of the distinction between what is within our control and what is not, and of the importance of cultivating an inner fortress of tranquility amidst life's tumultuous seas. As Marcus delved deeper into the teachings of Epictetus, he began to undergo a profound transformation. No longer did he see himself as a mere slave bound by chains of circumstance. Instead, he saw himself as a free man, sovereign over his own mind and soul. He realized that while he could not change his external circumstances, he had the power to choose his response to them. One day, as Marcus stood before his master, facing yet another menial task, he was struck by a sudden realization. In that moment, he understood what Epictetus meant when he said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is one by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." With newfound clarity, Marcus approached his duties with a sense of purpose and dignity that had eluded him before. He no longer allowed himself to be consumed by resentment or bitterness. Instead, he embraced his circumstances with stoic acceptance, knowing that true freedom lay not in escaping his lot in life, but in embracing it fully, with all its challenges and uncertainties. Word of Marcus's transformation soon spread throughout the city, earning him the admiration and respect of both slave and master alike. But for Marcus, the true measure of his success lay not in the praise of others, but in the peace that he found within himself. And so, that it be the timeless wisdom of Epictetus, Marcus walked the path of stoic virtue, his spirit unshackled by the chains of circumstance, his mind free to soar to heights unimaginable. In the end, he understood that true freedom could never be granted by another, it could only be found within. Life is full of surprises, and sometimes it feels like the universe is conspiring against us. One minute everything is going smoothly, and the next, we're caught in the midst of a maelstrom, struggling to find our footing. It's in these moments of uncertainty that the wisdom of the ancient Stoics shines like a beacon of hope. Enter Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher whose timeless teachings offer a roadmap to inner strength and resilience in the face of life's challenges. His insights, distilled into 10 Stoic principles, provide a sturdy anchor in a sea of uncertainty, helping us navigate life's twists and turns with confidence and poise. In this article, we're going to delve into Epictetus's wisdom, exploring how his principles can empower us to weather any storm life throws our way. From mastering our reactions to external events to cultivating a mindset of tranquility, these principles offer practical tools for finding peace amidst chaos. So, join us on a journey of self-discovery and resilience. By the end of this article, you'll have a foundational understanding of how to cultivate an unshakable sense of calm in an ever-changing world.
1. Firm purposes. In the intricate tapestry of Stoic philosophy, firm purposes emerge as foundational threads, weaving resilience and clarity into the fabric of the human experience. Imagine them not as rigid poles, but as luminous lighthouses in the night sky, offering steadfast direction amidst the tempests of life's uncertainties. These purposes serve as anchors, tethering us not to a physical location, but to our deepest values and aspirations, providing a sense of solidity in the face of the ever-changing tides. Enter Epictetus, the venerable Stoic sage, with a warm smile and a twinkle in his eye. He doesn't preach from a mountaintop, but rather invites us to join him on a fireside chat. He extols the virtues of cultivating firm purposes, not as a burden, but as a means of navigating the complexities of existence with grace and equanimity. Think of these purposes as internal compasses, grounded in the bedrock of virtue. They act as lodestars, guiding our actions and intentions not with a harsh command, but with a gentle pull towards a fulfilling life. They illuminate the path forward, offering clarity amidst the fog of confusion and doubt that often shrouds our journey. At their essence, firm purposes represent a commitment we make to ourselves, a promise to live in alignment with our highest ideals and principles. They are not mere whims or passing fancies, the fleeting desire for a new car or a bigger house. Instead, they are enduring pillars upon which we construct lives of meaning and purpose. Rooted in the soil of moral excellence, they empower us to transcend the ephemeral and fleeting. They anchor us to a deeper sense of fulfillment and contentment, one that remains unshaken by the unpredictable winds of external circumstances. Imagine facing a challenging situation at work. Maybe you're pressured to compromise your ethics or take a shortcut. With firm purposes guiding you, the decision becomes clear. You choose integrity, knowing it aligns with your commitment to living a virtuous life. This doesn't mean the situation won't be difficult, but your firm purpose provides the strength and clarity to navigate it with grace. 2. Would you give your body to a stranger? The thought-provoking question of whether one would surrender their body to a stranger serves as a profound exploration of our relationship with external circumstances and possessions. This question challenges us to re-evaluate our attachments and perceptions of what truly matters in life. Epictetus, the wise Stoic philosopher, employs this question as a means of illuminating the Stoic principle of indifference, the notion that external goods and events hold no intrinsic value and should not disturb our inner peace. By contemplating the idea of relinquishing our physical form to a stranger, we are forced to confront the impermanence of material possessions and the transient nature of our mortal existence. This thought experiment prompts us to reassess our priorities and redefine our understanding of genuine worth. Stoicism teaches us that our true essence lies not in the accumulation of wealth or possessions, but in the cultivation of moral virtue and integrity. By embracing this perspective, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of materialism and find solace in the knowledge that our worth as individuals transcends the ephemeral and transient. To illustrate this principle in the context of daily life, consider the experience of losing a cherished possession, such as a smartphone or a piece of jewelry. Initially, the loss may evoke feelings of distress or frustration as we grapple with this sense of attachment to the object. However, through the lens of Stoic philosophy, we can reframe our perspective and recognize that our happiness and well-being are not contingent upon external possessions. Instead, true contentment arises from cultivating inner virtues such as resilience, gratitude, and compassion. Ultimately, the question, "Would you give your body to a stranger?" serves as a potent reminder of the Stoic ethos of resilience and equanimity. By embracing the principles of detachment and virtue, we fortify ourselves against the tumultuous currents of life, achieving a state of inner tranquility that remains unassailable by external events. By cultivating a sense of inner strength and peace, we can navigate life's challenges with grace, finding solace in the knowledge that our worth as individuals is not defined by external circumstances, but by our own moral character. 3. Insult and offense. You might have heard the saying, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." This concept is at the heart of Stoicism's advice on handling insults and offenses. When someone tries to bring you down, the Stoics' recommendation is to not sink to their level. Instead, maintain your composure and stay true to your values. One of the most famous Stoic stories that exemplifies the concept of not stooping to the level of detractors comes from the life of Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius himself. Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome during a turbulent period, facing constant threats from barbarians, natural disasters, and internal rebellions. On top of these external challenges, he also had to deal with a particularly vicious senator named Cassius Dio. Cassius Dio, a historian at the time, despised Marcus Aurelius and used his writings to spread vicious rumors and insults about the emperor. He accused him of being weak, indecisive, and unfit to rule. However, Marcus Aurelius, a true Stoic, didn't let these insults faze him. He understood the power of his reactions. He knew that responding with anger or retaliation would only give Cassius Dio power over him and potentially escalate the situation. Instead, Marcus Aurelius chose to respond with indifference. He focused on his duties as emperor and continued to lead Rome with wisdom and compassion. He never acknowledged the insults publicly, nor did he waste his energy trying to silence Cassius Dio. This unwavering display of Stoic composure ultimately backfired on Cassius Dio. His constant negativity and attacks on a respected emperor lost him credibility. People began to see him as a bitter and envious figure, tarnishing his own reputation. The story of Marcus Aurelius demonstrates the power of Stoic principles in action. By refusing to react to insults and focusing on his own values, Marcus Aurelius not only maintained his inner peace, but also emerged victorious in the face of negativity. Our natural instinct may be to react and defend ourselves when attacked. However, Stoicism teaches us that our reactions hold great power. When we choose to react with anger or frustration, we let the other person control our emotions and potentially lead us down a negative path. When someone hurls insults at you, remember that their words say more about them than they do about you. Insults are often a reflection of the person's own issues, insecurities, or frustrations. Instead of taking it personally, respond with empathy and understanding. Imagine someone cuts you off in traffic and then flips you the bird. Instead of retaliating, choose patience and compassion. Getting caught up in road rage won't solve anything. Instead, take a deep breath, shake your head, and let it go. By embracing Stoicism, we can cultivate inner resilience and strength. We learn to let insults roll off our backs and not let the opinions of others define our worth. This newfound freedom empowers us to deal with life's challenges with greater composure, knowing that our reactions shape our experiences. 4. Anticipating obstacles. All right, listen up. Life's a wild ride, right? One minute you're cruising along, feeling good. The next minute, bam, flat tire, traffic jam, or some random drama pops up. It can be enough to make you want to crawl back into bed and pull the covers over your head. But here's the thing. There's a philosophy called Stoicism that can actually help you weather these storms. It's not about becoming some emotionless robot, but more like building your own personal suit of armor against life's curveballs. One key idea in Stoicism is called amor fati, which basically means loving your fate. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean you have to embrace every pothole you hit. It's more about acknowledging that some stuff is just outside your control. You can't control the weather, you can't control other people's actions, but you can control how you react to them. Here's the cool part. Stoicism teaches you to anticipate these bumps in the road. Think of it like planning a hike. A smart hiker wouldn't just head out with a bottle of water and a granola bar, right? They'd check the weather forecast, pack for different conditions, and maybe even consider alternative routes if things get hairy. The same goes for life. By mentally rehearsing for potential difficulties, you equip yourself with a mental toolkit. So, when that flat tire actually happens, you're not freaking out. You've already considered the possibility and have a plan, whether it's calling roadside assistance or figuring out how to change it yourself. This preparation builds your inner strength like a muscle. When you encounter a setback, you don't crumble. It's like a skilled athlete facing a tough opponent. They've trained for different scenarios, so while the challenge is real, it doesn't break them. You can acknowledge the difficulty of a situation, but you choose to respond with reason and strength. The bottom line? Stoicism isn't about being unaffected by life. It's about being prepared and empowered to face whatever comes your way with grace and composure. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, remember, you've got the tools to handle it. You might even find yourself looking forward to the challenge, knowing you have the inner strength to conquer it. 5. Repressing your actions. You're stuck in rush hour traffic, inching forward bumper to bumper. Your frustration mounts with each passing minute, the urge to blare your horn or hurl insults growing stronger. But then you remember a quote from Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This, in essence, is the essence of Stoicism's approach to repressing actions. Stoicism isn't about becoming a motionless statue. It's about cultivating self-mastery, the ability to manage your emotions and impulses. Think of it like a skilled martial artist who channels their raw energy into precise, controlled movements. The power is there, but it's harnessed for a purpose. Repressing actions doesn't mean bottling everything up. It's about taking a strategic pause before you react. That crucial moment allows you to choose a thoughtful response, one aligned with your values. Instead of blurting out something you'll regret later, you choose a measured approach that reflects your integrity. This becomes your superpower in life's daily battles. When faced with a rude colleague or a tempting shortcut that might compromise your ethics, the ability to control your actions becomes your shield. It protects you from negativity and guides you towards the path of virtue. You become someone who weathers challenges with grace and resilience, your inner compass pointing towards peace and integrity. Life throws a lot at us: financial pressures, work stress, interpersonal conflicts. Stoicism acknowledges that these external events are inevitable. However, it empowers you to focus on what you can control, your own reactions. By repressing impulsive actions, you choose strength over weakness, composure over chaos. This practice of repressing actions is a cornerstone of Stoicism. It paves the way for a life of inner tranquility. By mastering your impulses and acting with reason and virtue, you become unshakable by the external noise and challenges. You embody the Stoic ideals, living a life guided by wisdom and inner peace, even when the world around you feels anything but peaceful. 6. If someone speaks ill of you, in the intricate tapestry of human relationships, criticism and gossip are like thorns amidst the petals, capable of pricking our egos and unsettling our peace of mind. Yet, according to Stoic philosophy, the way we respond to such slings and arrows can reveal the depth of our inner resilience and wisdom. Epictetus, the Stoic sage renowned for his practical teachings, offers profound insights into navigating the tumultuous waters of interpersonal conflict and slander. Central to his philosophy is the idea that our sense of self-worth and contentment should be derived not from external validation, but from the integrity of our character and the alignment of our actions with virtue. So, what does it mean when Epictetus advises us, if someone speaks ill of you, do not be troubled, for you know what you are? At its core, this admonition urges us to cultivate a steadfast sense of self-awareness and self-assurance that remains unshaken by external opinions and judgments. From a Stoic perspective, the words and actions of others are beyond our control. We cannot dictate how others perceive or speak about us, but we can choose how we respond to such situations. By internalizing Epictetus's advice, we liberate ourselves from the emotional turmoil that often accompanies criticism and gossip. But this isn't about suppressing our emotions or dismissing the impact of hurtful words. Instead, it's about cultivating a mindset of resilience and equanimity in the face of adversity. Stoicism teaches us to view criticism as an opportunity for growth and self-reflection rather than a validation of our worth or identity. In our everyday interactions, the Stoic approach to handling criticism and gossip offers invaluable guidance. When faced with disparaging remarks or unfounded rumors, we can choose to respond with grace and composure, knowing that our worth is not contingent upon the opinions of others. Moreover, by embracing Epictetus's wisdom, we empower ourselves to focus on what truly matters: our own moral integrity and the cultivation of inner virtues. Rather than being consumed by the opinions of others, we can channel our energy towards living in accordance with our values and principles. In essence, the Stoic response to criticism and gossip is rooted in a deep-seated confidence in our own character and a commitment to leading a life of virtue. By embodying these principles, we transcend the petty grievances and fleeting judgments of others, finding solace in the knowledge that our worth is derived from within. 7. Living according to the nature, the constant shadow of fear can loom large, darkening our experiences and interactions with the world. But Stoicism offers a powerful antidote: living in accordance with nature. No need to become a hermit. This philosophy is about aligning ourselves with the universe's inherent truths and rhythms, a deep current that can guide us through life's turbulence. The key to cultivating acceptance and harmony lies in recognizing our profound connection to the natural world. The universe has its own majestic laws, a grand dance of seasons, cycles, and constant change. When we resist this flow, we create inner friction and discord. But by embracing our place in this cosmic dance, we can learn to see unexpected twists as part of the melody, not reasons to panic. We become like skilled surfers, navigating the currents of life with trust and grace, riding the waves with ease. Living in harmony with nature goes beyond our own desires. It's about letting go of ego-driven ambitions and aligning ourselves with something far greater. We become integral parts of a symphony where our actions resonate with the greater good of the world. Discovering purpose in this interconnectedness brings a deep sense of fulfillment, far surpassing the fleeting satisfaction of chasing personal gain. Ultimately, living in accordance with nature offers liberation from fear and turmoil. By surrendering to the natural order and acknowledging the intricate web of life that binds us all, we unlock a profound sense of peace. It's a freedom that comes from living authentically, from being true to ourselves while existing in harmonious synchrony with the world around us. Armed with clarity of purpose and an understanding of the universe's grand design, we navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. No longer adrift, we are empowered by the realization that we are integral parts of something vast and meaningful. True peace, we discover, stems from embracing this interconnectedness. It's about flowing with the natural rhythms of the universe, living lives that resonate with its eternal cadence. By aligning ourselves with the inherent truths and rhythms, we transform our relationship with fear, finding solace and strength in the harmonious symphony of existence. 8. No one can hurt you. Imagine this scenario. A rude awakening. Someone cuts in line blatantly ahead of you. Later that day, a performance review. Your boss throws some harsh criticism your way. Finally, a social sting. A friend lets loose a hurtful remark. Ouch. These situations, these external events, can leave us feeling bruised and diminished. Stoicism, however, offers a different perspective on this whole getting hurt business. Stoicism doesn't advocate for emotional numbness. It's more about discerning what truly holds power over you. That impatient line cutter? They can't dictate your entire day's mood. Your boss's critique? It doesn't have to define your self-worth as a professional. As Epictetus, a pillar of Stoic philosophy, put it, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The crux of Stoicism lies in cultivating an internal locus of control. The world throws circumstances, traffic jams, unexpected bills, interpersonal conflicts at us like a deck of cards. We can't control the hand we're dealt, but we can control how we play it. Stoicism equips us with the tools to build emotional resilience and equanimity. Instead of hinging our happiness and self-esteem on external validation or criticism, we find strength in our moral compass and integrity, qualities that remain untarnished by the actions of others. Furthermore, Stoicism emphasizes the impermanence of external events. Life throws a constant mix of sunshine and thunderstorms, of victories and defeats. Stoics acknowledge the fleeting nature of both pleasure and pain. This perspective allows them to cultivate a balanced outlook, accepting what life throws their way and maintaining composure through it all. Imagine a tranquil lake. Its surface might ripple with passing breezes, but its depths remain undisturbed. Similarly, when someone tries to disrupt your inner peace, it just washes over you, because that tranquility is something they can't reach. The idea of no one can hurt you might seem like a paradox at first, but upon closer examination, it reveals a profound understanding of human psychology and resilience. By embracing Stoic principles and cultivating inner strength and self-reliance, we can discover a wellspring of solace and peace, even amidst life's most challenging storms. Remember, The key lies in understanding your own power, and Stoicism provides the roadmap to get you there. 9. The power of acceptance. Acceptance. It's a word we hear all the time, but in the whirlwind of daily life, it can be easy to forget its profound power. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy known for its emphasis on reason and virtue, places acceptance at the core of its teachings. It's not about passive resignation or blind optimism. It's a conscious choice to embrace reality as it is, without clinging to the way we wish things were. Think of life as a wild river. Sometimes the current is gentle, a smooth ride downstream. Other times, it throws rapids and unexpected turns our way. The more we fight against the flow, the more we get tossed around, exhausted and frustrated. But when we accept the river's course, we can learn to navigate it, finding moments of calm even in the most turbulent waters. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It's about picking your battles. You can't control the traffic jam, the unexpected bill, or the difficult colleague, but you can control your reaction to them. By accepting these things as part of life's journey, you free yourself from the mental strain of constant resistance. The power of acceptance lies in its ability to transform how we experience life. It frees us from the mental gymnastics of what-ifs and should-haves. We stop wasting energy on what we can't change and start focusing on what we can, our own thoughts, actions, and how we choose to perceive situations. Maybe you use the time in traffic to listen to a calming podcast or mentally plan your evening. Acceptance isn't about blind optimism. It's about acknowledging the bad alongside the good, the sunshine and the rain. By embracing life's full spectrum, you build resilience. You learn to roll with the punches and find inner peace, a peace that remains steady even when the world around you feels like it's spinning. It's like a sturdy oak tree. It may bend in the wind, but it doesn't break. 10. Fear and dishonor. Ever feel like life's throwing you lions? Have you ever looked at someone and wondered, how do they stay so calm under pressure? Imagine Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor. You picture him draped in luxurious robes, a powerful figure ruling a vast empire. Yet, despite the outward trappings of power, there's a sense of serenity about him. Fear and gossip? They seem to bounce right off him. What's his secret weapon? Superhuman genes? Nope. Turns out, Marcus had a philosophy that served as his personal suit of armor against life's slings and arrows. Stoicism. Now, Stoicism isn't some dusty old relic from a bygone era. It's a practical guide for navigating the curveballs life throws our way, equipping us with the resilience of a seasoned gladiator. Fear can feel like a hungry lion waiting to pounce, and whispers of dishonor can sting like a viper's bite. But Stoicism teaches us to control what we can control, our own reactions. Marcus, you see, wasn't born fearless. He knew the sting of fear and the worry of potential dishonor. But he believed true strength comes not from shying away from challenges, but from facing them head-on with unwavering resolve and a moral compass that wouldn't budge in a storm. In his personal journal, Meditations, he offers a pep talk for the ages, reminding us that while we can't control life's events, we absolutely control how we react. So, how do we silence that inner chatter that turns a flat tire into a transportation crisis? Stoicism teaches us to approach situations with a clear head and a healthy dose of courage. Most of the time, our fears are like shadows on the wall, much scarier in our imagination than reality. By taking a deep breath and approaching situations rationally, we can tackle life's uncertainties with confidence, one step at a time. Dishonor? Another unwelcome guest at life's banquet. But this is where Marcus's wisdom truly shines. He believed our true worth isn't defined by whispers and judgments. It's built on the solid foundation of our own character and integrity. So, if someone tries to sling mud your way, you can hold your head high. Their negativity is a reflection on them, not you. By staying true to your values, you rise above the drama, emerging stronger and more resilient on the other side. Stoicism is your personal suit of armor against life's slings and arrows. It empowers you to tap into your inner strength, stay calm in the face of fear and dishonor, and ultimately become unstoppable. Just like Marcus Aurelius, you too can face life's challenges with courage and grace, forever remembering that true strength, like a mighty emperor, resides within. As we wrap up our exploration of Stoic principles, it's clear that we've stumbled upon some real gems of wisdom. These principles aren't just dusty old ideas from ancient philosophers. They're timeless insights that can help us navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and resilience. Think about it. In a world that's constantly throwing challenges our way, Stoicism offers us a roadmap to inner peace and strength. By embracing acceptance, resilience, and moral integrity, we empower ourselves to weather life's storms with courage and wisdom. You see, Stoicism isn't about burying our heads in the sand and pretending everything's fine. It's about facing reality head-on, with all its messiness and uncertainty, and finding a way to thrive in spite of it all. It's about cultivating a mindset that's unshakable, no matter what life throws our way. And that's the beauty of it. By embodying these Stoic principles in our daily lives, we become like sturdy ships sailing through choppy waters. Sure, the waves might toss us around a bit, but deep down, we know we're built to withstand whatever comes our way. So let's embrace the wisdom of Stoicism, not as a set of rigid rules, but as a guiding light on our journey towards inner peace and fulfillment. Let's cultivate resilience and strength, knowing that true happiness comes from within, and that nothing external can rob us of that. In the end, Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a way of life. It's about finding joy in the present moment, gratitude for what we have, and the courage to face whatever lies ahead. So let's take these lessons to heart and embark on our own Stoic journey, knowing that with each step we take, we're becoming stronger, wiser, and more at peace with ourselves and the world around us.